What's up, guys? So, there's something new I want to talk about today. And no, it's not my facial hair or my stylish new hat that I like to wear backwards occasionally. Shut up, Matt. I already know it. Anyway, point of today's topic is I recently watched something again for the first time in a long time, and I just cannot help but share my excitement. So welcome! We're going to call this little series Rewind, because I'm going to tell you something I watched, and then what I liked about it, what I didn't like, and we're just going to talk about movies, because I love movies. So, without further ado, let's rewind and get back into this video movie thing. So anyway, the movie that I did watch just the other day was the movie Tusk. This came out in 2014. It's 4 years old. It's just a little baby. But it is by Kevin Smith, who, if you know anything about Kevin Smith, he's directed and been an actor in a bunch of different movies. Famously known for the Clerks series, Jay and Silent Bob, stuff like that. This movie is just something special. Even the casting is special. Now, give me 1 second, let me pull up just a small list of the cast involved with this. We've got actors, like really decent actors. So the casting for it, we've got Michael Parks, we've got Justin Long, Haley Joel Osment. You even have Johnny Depp in this movie. Now, the first time I watched this movie, the very first time that I watched this, I had no idea Johnny Depp was in it at all. Just this last time that I watched it, I realized it was Johnny Depp because the person I was sitting and watching it with, we both kind of just like trained in on it just a little bit. We're like, that can't be. Is that Johnny Depp? Turns out, yeah, it's Johnny Depp. Somebody just bring a picture of Johnny Depp in right here. That's Johnny Depp. That was Johnny Depp. He plays like a Frenchman in this whole like crazy investigation kind of thing. I don't want to spoil too much of the movie because I actually want you guys to go and watch this because it's absolutely incredible. I love every time I watch it. But let's give a little rewind on like some of the good points of this movie. So the movie itself is done in a horror kind of fashion. So it's right up my alley as far as its cinematography, its staging, its blocking, just how certain things are delivered and how it gradually progresses into something more and more tormenting. Both perhaps in a physical sense, if you watch the movie, maybe not, but definitely in a mental sense, just giving you the mood on everything going wrong and getting further and further from like a good thing. So that is a very big, good point about this movie. The other point is that it starts with a comedy base. Just with a lot of Kevin Smith stuff, the humor is perfect. It's right on the spot. Justin Long is just a really good actor, and the role that he plays in this works perfectly with the type of comedy, and immediately transitions into a more serious role when he needs to, and it's so perfect. So Justin Long's character is like the host of a very, very popular podcast. He makes a decent bit of money off the living. He even kind of quotes it in the movie. He's making close to $100,000 a year, which is pretty dang good, especially for just a podcast. So obviously he's got something perfect going on. Now, the whole point of his podcast is he basically just like roasts people occasionally. That's one of their like specialties. They just roast, people on the internet, silly kids doing dumb stuff in videos. And then for this particular movie, one of the things happens is a kid who they've watched his video a couple times on the internet invites him out to meet him in person. So Justin Long's character flies out to like Canada to meet this kid. Well, due to some unforeseen circumstances, he is not able to meet with this kid and instead is trapped in Canada and trying to figure out how to get his way back home. So in the meantime, he stops at this one place. He's in the bathroom, like just taking a leak, and he sees a sign. It just says, "I'll tell you some really great stories if you come on by and give me a visit." So he's like, well, I got nothing since I wasn't able to meet with the kid. I'll give this guy a call. Let's see what we can set up. That's when everything gets a little bit crazier. Both this old man, who is played by Michael Parks, that we talked about earlier, he does such a great job at introducing this character that's just this old man with lots of sea stories and has just got so much to share. He's living in a lavish home with lots of nice interior. He's even dressed. His old man character is dressed like a Hugh Hefner, just like a 10-piece like comfortable like suit thing. I don't know. It's just like whenever you picture like Hugh Hefner or something like that, he's not necessarily in a suit, but he's got all these pieces on him and then like the robe. And that's kind of how this character is, this old man character that tells him the story. They sit down, they have some tea, they talk for a while, and things just gets so unbelievably crazy. You find out that the old man worked in the army and worked as like a chef on board of a boat. The boat gets hit, it goes down, and he tells this whole crazy story about how he survived on his own just in the middle of the ocean and befriended a walrus. And that's part of where the name for the movie comes in. Now, I personally cannot allow myself to tell you too much detail about this movie at this point, so you just have to watch it. Believe me, you will not be disappointed, and there's just, like, it's just insane. And I always get excited when I see movies like this because it's hard for me to watch a movie and be this, like, wound up by it and just so happy of how it ends. But this whole movie is actually based off of an idea that Kevin Smith was talking about on his own podcast. So even the fact that the main character of this story is a podcast hoster and everything, it kind of plays off of where Kevin Smith is. So if you watch the movie to the end of the credits, you'll actually hear clips from Kevin Smith's podcast that explain the whole concept in the start of the movie Tusk. So it's really interesting to see both how the idea just came from a podcast and how the guy Kevin Smith was just so easily able to turn that simple idea from his own podcast into a movie this just amazing, but also to see the movie itself, like how fulfilled it was. So that's pretty much it for Rewind for today. I will have to do this more often because I just love watching movies and it's really fun to talk about movies that get me excited. So I'll leave you guys with that. Check out the movie Tusk. If you haven't, it is on Netflix. It's on Hulu, I think. And you can pretty much find it just about anywhere, even Redbox. So that's all there is for today. You guys have fun, enjoy, check out some of the other videos, and I'll see you next time. So stay tuned.